Morning, it's Donna here from Homesteading New Zealand, Blind Knitter. Hope you're all well and enjoying whatever your day is bringing. And I thought today I would just give you a little rundown of how I've pre-prepped ready for the week. And I didn't want to sit and cut veggies and you watch, but I've got a big day today. I'm off to Wellington to get my eyes checked. Always hate that because they put drops in, which makes me totally blind. However, Kenzie's wonderful at getting me around. She knows the hospital well. So, yeah, I am struggling with my eyes being so tired. So I'm hoping that they can come up with something like some drops that I can have regularly because my eyes just get really, really tired. And I mean, it's a reality of I have retinitis pigmentosa, I'm legally blind, and my eyes do a lot of hard work. They scan every day. I still look and use my sight, a lot. I think when you're totally blind or when you were born blind, you use all your other senses first. I still use my sight first and then my other senses, and that's hence why I think it gets tired. But yesterday I did put my podcast on and I said I was feeling like on the verge of depression, but actually what I've discovered is I am unwell. I have a sore throat and some aches. Nothing too major, I can just feel it in the back of me. So I've taken some ibuprofen and I'll have to wear a mask today, particularly at the hospital. And I'm not sick enough to say, no, I'll stay home. It's just I can sense it. So that obviously is what was creeping up. But so today I've done all my chores. I've been out, I've fed the chockadoos, I've hung the washing out, and I'm going to turn you around and show you the prep, whatever I did yesterday that got me ready for today, because I won't be home till the train gets in at 6:15, hopefully. It's not very reliable. And I get home. It's a 20-minute, half an hour trip, so I'll get home 7:45, 7 o'clock. So, and Mr. Farmer is out shearing, so he's got a big day too, so we'll both be rather jaded this evening. So, yesterday me thinks tonight's me very much. So let's have a look at what I did yesterday. But I just got my breakfast ready, which is my good old usual. Well, not my usual, but at the moment eggs are, so it is quick scrambled eggs. Yesterday I cooked this is the pot from the pressure cooker. Still got the fat in there. Mr. Farmer loves to give that to the dogs with their feed so that it's nice and fattening for them. So in the fridge I have prepped all my veggies. So I have cabbage and carrot. And what is that? Kumara. So during the week we can just pull out, oh, those are whole potatoes, but they're just washed and ready. What's that? A broccoli. So everything's been prepped and put in there. There's the lemons from the lemon honey that I never got made, maybe next weekend. And some of the residual leftover carrots from the 20 kilos I brought. This here, now I watched Stacey, a podcaster in New Zealand. She cooked whole potatoes in her pressure cooker so that she could do stuffed potatoes during the week. And I loved that idea, so I've just done 4 of those. I cooked a piece of pork, which we had, there it is, leftovers for tea last night. And Mr. Farmer will eat that during the week, well, the next couple of days for his lunches. And then I also, wherever it is, there, cooked a piece of corned beef. So that will probably tea tonight, as we will have some corned beef and vegetables. And that is really going to help me. These here are soda stream, and we do like a fluffy water. So, yeah. So that was my prepping for the week. And that's going to make things hugely different. On a knitting point of view, a lovely lady came into my work, nearly a year ago now, and she brought this in and said her dear mother had knit this jersey. It's just beautiful, and she wanted it to go to someone who would really take care of it. So I thought one of my clients, and they all said no because none of them want to wash wool. Yeah, it's quite sad that, but that's the way the world is. Look at that beautiful pattern. It's kind of, yeah. Anyway, so I took it to my knitting group thinking my knitters would, and it didn't fit some of them, it didn't suit others. So I thought, well, I will dye it and give it to my granddaughter, and it never got done. So probably almost a year later, what I did is I sticked the front and I made a cardigan, and I crocheted a band onto the front that's slightly different colour, but as my mother would say, a blind man would be pleased to see it. So rather than it being a jersey, because it fit me beautifully, but as a jersey it was too short. That never looks pretty when they're cropped as a jersey on me. Hence that's why I sticked it and made a cardigan out of it, and it's fantastic. So I'm going to wear it today. So I am very sorry to the lovely lady who gave it to me. I could not find a lovely home for it bar my own, which is a last resort because I just felt it was such a waste. Haven't ironed that, obviously. It's all popping up. It's ironed by being hung on a hanger when it's drying. Ironing is a four-letter swear word for me. So that's going to be my day. I don't know how I feel about going to the ophthalmologist today. I've got a new ophthalmologist. I had the same guy for 20 years, and you know, you build a rapport with them, and it was really good, and he knew my history. And when you get a new one, because this guy Steve that I had has moved on, I haven't got used to. In fact, I think I've had two separate ones. I usually go twice a year, get my eyes checked to tell me how much more blind I am. It's like sometimes I think, well, why would I bother? But I've got other issues. So with my eye disease, I also have macular edema in the back of my eyes. So that's swelling in the back of my eyes. And I have had a cataract repaired in this eye. Unfortunately, when I had it repaired, it let the light in, it killed my sight off. So I got the cataract fixed, which destroyed my sight. So that one's only got a very teeny piece of sight in it. And this eye has cataract on it, and for understandable reasons, we are now way too nervous to do it because of what happened with this eye. So I suspect because glare has become a massive problem for me at the moment. I wear a hat as much as I can now. I have to wear a hat just to go out and toilet Kenzie. So glare is a massive problem. So I suspect that cataract has got worse, and yeah, I suppose we're going to have to make a decision one day on whether we get the cataract, which is a bigger risk, losing my sight slowly by RP or losing it rather quickly when I get the cataract fixed, if that happens. So yeah, it's a balancing act, and so I'll see what we'll do there. Anyway, so trip on the train. I've got my knitting packed at the table, so because it's an hour and a half train trip, and I love knitting on the train. It's just very meditative with the click of the needles, and the same with the train. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully they don't put the drops in that are too strong, because that will mean I won't be able to knit on the way back, and I usually end up with a thumping headache. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, that's my day, and I'll let you know how I get on with my site when I get home. And yeah, so it's going to be a good day in that I'm all prepped ready, so I know I can have some hearty veg, because when I have a big day like that, I do want comfort food, and vegetables and potatoes and meat is my comfort food. Typical Kiwi. So it's all prepped, which is really lovely. And I do love prepping my veggies on the Sunday. There's a woman, and I can't remember her name. Let me think. Monica, I think. And she's Australian, and the podcast is called Sunday Reset, and she's a working her and her husband both work full-time, and they've got 3 little kids, and so every Sunday, and she does this meticulous thing with all these glass bowls, and I'm really never going to get to that stage, but I admire her every Sunday, the Sunday Reset. And yes, it makes such a difference to the week, just being able to pull a bag of veg out. She makes a couple of prepped meals, which I always used to do for years. On a Sunday, I'd cook one meal and prep two, or cook one big one that we could eat a couple of times, 3 times. And I suppose I have by cooking the pork and the roast corned beef, but yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling now. Enjoy your day. Take care. It's absolutely freezing. Well, it's not actually cold. It's grass-growing weather, as Mr. Farmer would say. It's not cold, but it's just never stopped raining last night. So my veggie garden enjoyed it. All right, take care. Bye for now. Just to show you the cardigan, which was a jersey. So it was a jersey, and you can tell that wouldn't suit me, but, oops, I'm turning around with the phone. But as a cardigan, I think it looks lovely-dovely, don't you? It's an 8-ply, lovely wool cardigan. I have put no buttons on it because I'm just going to have it sort of that open style, which I like. I haven't put anything on it. Yeah, see the back? Very nice. So there we go.